We're gonna be reacting to a video today, all right? And for the people that are new here, what's up? My name is Carlos. Welcome to the channel. Here I like to react to weird things or whatever people want to tell me to react to. It's just kind of like that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever else I want to do. But for the most part, a lot of reactions. You want to see gaming and vlogs, I have other channels tagged down below if y'all want to see that. But anyways, long story short, the title of this video is called Officer in the Fight for His Life, all right? It sounded interesting to me. It sounded weird. It sounded unique. You know, a cop getting into a fight with a civilian. I don't know. It just kind of caught my attention. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Hope all of y'all are loving yourselves, taking care of yourselves. You know, it's very important to do so. But other than that, let's go ahead and start the video by Midwest Safety. The original video will be tagged down below in the description. All right, let's do it.
Think I'm playing, bro?
A clearly agitated man walks into the Youngstown Police Department
lobby,
demanding to speak to the chief of police. However, the officer working the window had his own opinion about who he should see.
I need to make a complaint so I can get finished today.
What can get finished?
Manifestation bullshit.
Manifestation?
Yes, manifestation bullshit.
What?
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about.
I need to talk to like your chief or something.
The chief only talks to people if they make an appointment. You have to make an appointment with the chief to see him.
You're gonna have to call him or something.
Okay.
Oh, he's mad.
You can call
Something's
him.
bothering him.
You know what? Let me call somebody from my...
Oh, yeah. Alright, so you can see the dude is clearly like agitated about something, right? This is a couple years ago, you guys, like multiple, 2023. So like, if any of y'all are ever going through something like this, you know, please go find someone to talk to. You know, I know we all go through shit. We can get frustrated. We go through things. We go through shit, you know. That's one thing about life. You know, there's always going to be bullshit that we're going through. And it happens to all of us. And sometimes we might just need to talk to someone, or we might need a hug, you know. And as soft as it sounds to some of you guys, you know, and I know not all of us are mature here, you know. Some of us are still growing. Some of our brains are still developing. But as young men, don't really matter the age, but especially young, you know, I would rather see this guy go talk to someone before crashing out and doing something that could, like, put him away, you know, do something that could change his life forever in a bad way, you know. So what I'm basically just trying to say here is, if you ever going through something, just go find someone to talk to, please. You know, don't go out in the streets and try to take your anger out on anyone else, you know, because I know a lot of the things that like we get into, it could be our fault. It can't be our fault, you know. Sometimes we're just born into straight bullshit, you know. And that's just the way life is. Life ain't fair, you know. Some of us are against all odds. Some of us have it easy. But, yeah, just all I'm trying to get to is just talk to someone if you're going through something before crashing out, all right? Don't act off of emotions, you know. Because once some emotions clear, you're going to be thinking straight again. And if you go crash out, you're going to be disappointed in yourself with the consequences if you end up in bad consequences, right?
She's not in her office. Yeah, but everybody you need to talk to, that you want to talk to, are, you have to make an appointment to see them. Well, that's the way it's going to be. You can say no all you want.
I'll stand there.
Okay. I have someone who actually needs help. Can you have him? Sir, don't be difficult. Just, there's no one that will talk to you.
Probably will.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about some kind of manifestation. It's that, you know what that tells me?
What?
That you're mental.
Say that shit again.
You're mental.
Come say it to my face.
Oh, okay. You're getting aggressive. Damn. It's about to go down. It's about to go down, you guys. See? This is what I'm talking about. Crashing out over your emotions.
Say it.
You have to leave now, sir.
Or what?
You have to leave now, sir.
Call someone right the
I'm not calling anyone.
Yeah,
you have to leave.
Why?
Leave.
Make me leave.
Leave.
Make me leave.
Make you leave?
Yeah. Make me leave.
Make sure this is on. You have to leave, sir.
Make me leave. Say that shit again.
He's
You
getting
called me-
nervous.
Say that shit again.
You're mental.
Oh, there it goes. All right, you guys. This is a serious situation, all right? I know that, like, some of us might be laughing, you know, because just the way it goes down. Yeah, it might be a little bit funny, you know, but it is very serious, all right? This young man is really letting his emotions get the best of him. Someone or something really triggered him to go and do something like this. And, like, I seen something on Instagram the other day, right? It's like this. Whenever water is boiling, right, you look inside the water, and usually you can see your reflection inside the water, right? But when it's boiling, you can't see your reflection. You don't see things the same. So it's like the same as for you when your blood is boiling. When your blood is boiling, you don't see things the same. But as soon as that water simmers down and calms down, you can start to see clearly again. You can start to see, you know, see your reflection. So that's just like an example of your emotions. You know, don't let it get the best of you. You know, let that shit settle down before you go act on something that's going to end up in bad consequences, all right? It's facts. Now look it.
Yo. Think I'm playing, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody fucking mentor. I can call somebody so I can fucking talk to someone.
Get off me.
Say that shit again.
Damn,
Say that
bro.
shit again. We can do this all day.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, bro.
Bullshit. Not today. Yeah. Do I hear this shit out here?
Bro, like, what the hell's going on here? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, what is this? Like the goddamn the old head police station? It's looking like old heads and cops that are out of shape, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like, I don't mean to talk shit, but like that's what it's looking like, you know? It looks like a retirement home the way these cops is popping out, bro. They're looking older.
I have no idea.
All right, we're just gonna roll him over. Take my gun belt. Get him in. Before I get off of him. Give me my handcuff.
You're getting press charges on
I'm gonna be honest, you guys.
All right.
I think I've seen this video already before, but I feel like the way I react to videos now compared to how I used to like last year, like a year ago, is a lot different. Like I learned a lot more, so I could like break things down better and give better advice. Now that like I feel like I think more clearly when it comes to watching things like this from like personal life experiences, you know. And I may yap a lot, but like that's probably why you hear, you know. There's the original video down below for people that don't want to hear me yap, but sometimes people need advice, you know, and I feel like I'm at that age now where I could give you guys some advice off of things that I've learned through life. And I still have a lot more learning to do, a lot of more growing to go through. But from what I've learned, I think that's why I like to watch these videos and react to them, because I've seen a lot of things, you know, and went through a lot of life experiences, you know, and it just makes me be able to relate when I watch this stuff.
Roll on your stomach, bud. Roll over, my man.
Get off me, man. Get off me.
Roll on your stomach.
I'm gonna roll over.
There you go.
Pick it up.
I got something for you on that, boy. You did today. I got something for all of you.
Let's go.
I'm gonna see you again.
Hope so.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now he's really going to be able to talk to someone.
Yeah, okay. Watch. I'm gonna get all your.
What's your first name?
You. That's what it is. Yeah, grab my. I'm calling the cops on that. Huh? You wanna go down there or something?
Or you want?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stay on. can do first punch. That's why I got you.
He came in wanting to speak to somebody over me, and then he starts talking about some kind of manifestation happening.
Exactly.
So I told him, like, nobody's going to talk to you because you're acting like a mental.
No.
He got mad because I called him mental.
Exactly.
All right.
We got him.
We're probably going to need a transport,
Probably
and he
won't.
does have some mental health.
No, I don't. All right, bro.
All right, we're going out the front door. Come on.
You gonna fix these handcuffs?
Come on.
All right. You guys are getting sued.
Where the hell is this at?
All right, John. So shorter video.
Before these dudes talk, I'm kind of glad that this dude is going to jail. And I don't wish jail on nobody. But for him to go to jail, right? It's just like he's going to have the help that he needs now. He's going to be able to talk to someone. He's going to have resources, right? It could have went down in many different ways. You know, he could have gotten shot, killed. But he didn't. So now he's going to jail. And I'm hoping, you know, I'm just hoping. Maybe or maybe not this dude. This is 3 years ago. Maybe he got the help that he needed. Hopefully this dude is doing better now. I really do. It sucks to see people that are so young do things that really mess their lives up, you know? Let's see what they have to say.
Video today, but definitely pretty interesting. And I think you have a few things you want to talk about. Just reading your face and knowing you. First impressions, what do you think?
I think that the officer made the bad decision of leaving the booth he was in. Like, when I was an officer, someone who was assigned to the inside, you have to stay on the inside. And he allowed his emotions to get carried away to literally walk out there and challenge this guy. And it's apparent that the man had some mental stuff going on, just some abrasive with him. And he went out there, challenged him, and, you know, rolling around on the ground, had a gun on him. That could have went really, really bad. That was a bad decision. And I thought it was just not a good look on an officer at all.
For sure, for sure. And to be clear, we're not trying to say that this is a bad officer. We're not trying to give him a hard time. We've all been there. We've all made mistakes in our careers.
Absolutely.
So we're not trying to be hard on anyone. All right, so you mentioned him bringing out his gun, and I was wondering tactically what you thought about that.
If he was going to go out there, which was already a bad decision, he should have locked his weapon up because the man had already displayed some aggressive behavior. He seemed like he was going through some, you know, mental emergency. But it still could have ended bad because the gun was on his hip and he's on the ground, and the man was over top of him. It was very close to him.
All right, so here's my other question. I mean, the officer took his gun out of the holster. What do you think about that?
He shouldn't have did that. You know, he was already, you know, in a compromised position, and, you know, he's rolling around on the ground. It could have gotten taken from him.
Yeah.
And then what? You know, that could have been a very, very bad day, a different conversation.
That officer was on his back, kind of a scary position, grappling on the ground like that. You're shaking your head. Yeah, I know you got more thoughts on this.
Yeah, he's on the ground, and he looked like he was having a hard time just, you know, maneuvering his body. And if you don't do something to remain fit, you're going to get up. I mean, I look at that scene, and I'm like, that guy could have did whatever he wanted to him. So I'm like, how is this going to turn out? And the guy said, you know, I could do this all day. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is about to get really, really bad. But thank goodness he was able to get up, and the other officers came and was able to help him and get the guy restrained. But that was a bad look. Very, very bad.
I guess I thought there were some places where he could have tactically disengaged as opposed to continuing to bring it to the guy when he's not.
Watching Midwest Safety, I watched a lot of the videos, almost all of them, right? And I always thought, like, the black dude, the cop, was like the founder of the channel. Like, I thought he was the one that, like, because he's at the end of all the videos. So I always thought he was the one that, like, just watched them and then put his 2 cents in at the end, right? But it's this white guy right here above me. He's the founder. I never knew that. That's pretty cool. I never thought I'd, like, find that out. So clearly they work together. That's pretty cool.
Not going to win that fight. He's just not.
Yeah.
I never heard him get on his radio either. I don't know if maybe, yeah, I don't think I heard him on his radio either.
I didn't hear him do that. And he should have done that before he left the booth, even though he should have left. But I never heard him get on the radio and call. I'm watching the video, and, like, the other officers arrived, but I never heard him call them. So somebody either told them or somebody saw something or called for help. But he was saved. You know, it could have been really, really bad.
It could have been a bad situation. That was exactly my thought. Guardian angel or someone in the office looking out for him or both.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. And I guess my last question is, you know, if someone's going through a mental health crisis, do you tell them their mental? You know,
No, not at all. That's not the word you would use. Like, you know, me personally, I'm not saying I'm, you know, as a perfect officer, I just did my best, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to try to de-escalate. We're trained to de-escalate and try to be non-hostile. It seems like this officer, and, like, I'm not trying to put him down. It just seems like he handled it like he was already having a bad day. That's what I saw, and it just, like, the way he spoke to him just made it worse. You know, you don't call somebody mental that's already having a bad day. You just talk to him, try to de-escalate, try to make him calm as best you can. You know, that's why communication is the key when you're, you know, police officer. You got to speak to people. You know, you got to be able to try to relate with them on some, you know, level. So it was. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, John. Always appreciate your candid feedback and insight. Calling a ball, a strike. And thanks a lot, John.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Think I'm playing, bro? Huh? Ain't nobody fucking mentor.
The suspect was charged with felony aggravated robbery, 2 counts of assault on a police officer, obstructing official business, and 2 counts of menacing. The suspect was ordered to undergo psychiatric treatment and, once he was found competent to stand trial, was released on his own recognizance. The
he got treatment.
suspect pled not guilty on all counts. While awaiting trial, he must abide by a no-contact order, barring him from contacting Youngstown police.
In the evening on July 18th.
That's what it is, you guys. Alright, so I hope we all kind of like learn something here, you know. Don't act off of your emotions, you know. Just keep your mind clear, you know, before you get your mind clear before you go act off of anything, you know, because you could really mess your life up, you know, in a bad way if you do stuff like that. Just acting off your emotions, it's not cool. All right. Anyways, that wraps it up. Hope all of y'all loving yourselves. Take care of yourselves. All right. And I'll see y'all in the next video.